Hello, everybody, and welcome back after our week off for Mother's Day. It's back once again to Retro Football Wednesdays. I'm your host, Andrew Lenz, and always joining me is, I guess, the champ, Matt Johnson.
I am. See, we took off last week because I tried to retire. I said if I win the last game that we play, I'm going to retire as champ. So I tried to retire, but I got sucked back in. But no, in all seriousness, I
Did the Michael Jordan?
yeah, I did going out on top, and then the team just got dismantled and rebuilt after that. Um, so shout out Jerry Krause, but yeah, so we took last week off. Mother's Day, I will explain it. Mother's Day can get very hectic in my life experience. Holidays get very hectic, and kind of a couple days before, me and the wife met. She wanted to go to the drive-in, and I was like, "Let's do it. Let's go. Let's just enjoy it while we can." So, Andrew, I thank you for letting me. Taking the week off on short notice, first and foremost. But yeah, so that's basically what happened. So it's kind of on me, but I also don't regret it because I watched a great movie. So
It looked good. The good old Thunderbolts.
it was
I saw
awesome,
the preview.
and it actually inspired me. So I know this episode is going to drop on Wednesday, but after we record this, I'm recording next week's episode, and I'm actually going to do an MCU movies list. So I'm going to do a tier list, which I'm pretty excited about, which I had no interest in probably before that movie, to be perfectly honest. I was so sick of superhero movies. But it really got me back in the groove, like, hey, there's some direction, coming along here. So, yeah, I am grateful for that. And I highly recommend, if you have not seen Thunderbolts or kind of been on the superhero blah mode, go see it, and hopefully it'll restore some faith in Marvel films and superhero films, because it's really good. It was the first time in a long time I felt like the MCU was interconnected. Like there was a point to watching everything. It was the first time in a long time.
Oh, I forgot. Also, in November, I don't know if they're doing it in your area, but I just saw in November they're releasing the director's cut of Rocky Four in theaters.
This piques my interest.
I,
I might have
I,
to I might have to go do that 4DX again, even though I said I would not do it.
I
Can you
don't think you
imagine
want to. Drago, man, you look like Apollo Creed at
did
the
I
end.
you very well, but did I tell you about how I felt after that? Did I tell you?
Yeah, it
Okay, how bad my neck hurt? I can't imagine what Rocky 4 would be like. Just boom, boom, boom. Hey, yo, Adrian.
does it climb? Does it like climb? Because like when he's running like the when they're running the inclines and Rocky's running the mountain,
It probably bounces a little
it'd be
bit.
like
Oh God! You know what? I'm gonna risk it all. If I have to go to the
oh,
hospital to go see Rocky Ford 4DX, let's go, baby. Let's do it.
you're gonna be yelling, "I did it!"
Drago! My popcorn's gonna be all over the back row, and just from concussion punches.
What's the song they play? Hearts on Fire.
Dude,
Like
Rocky 4 has the best soundtrack out of all of those films.
yeah, definitely.
Hearts on fire, strong desire, it
Like,
is deep within.
I have it
You
on
like
my
that?
playlist
I
when
do
I'm on
too.
my forklift when I do the forklift at work. When I gotta put everything away, that's my that, and then the when he's in the car.
When he
Damn.
there's no easy way out.
Yeah.
There's no so good.
Rocky Four has the best sports montage too when he's doing the training.
Yes, it is
Have
a
you watched
brilliant film.
Ted the series?
No, I haven't watched the
Oh,
series.
you got to.
Is
If
that's
you're
the soccer one, right? Or
no
is it from the Bear?
the bear.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't watched either of them.
Oh,
I don't know why I suggested the other one like I seen it.
that one Ted the Bear series has it. Ever watch a show where you're like, I'm just gonna watch it just to see what it's like, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it ends up being way better than what it has any right to be.
I mean, I gave Reacher a chance, and it turns out to be one of my favorite shows of all, like streaming
Oh,
shows. So I guess I understand that because I wasn't like, yeah, let's. I can't wait for Reacher to debut. I'm not like that, but so I understand. I understand.
yeah, watch Ted because the father in there, he's a huge Rocky fan. And there's at one point where his niece that lives with him gives him a ride home, and he's like, just he's you could tell he's like been drinking, and he's talking to her, and he was like, and then Drago's got all these machines to touch all of his muscles, but you know what he doesn't have that Rocky has? He doesn't have a machine to test right here, and he's pointing to his chest. He was like, right here. It just uh, you honestly, I think you would love it. It's so great dark humor without like the wacky gags of Family Guy. Like
I'm
it's really
sure I
good.
would. I'm sure I would.
Oh, it's so great. Just the way that the father loves Rocky. But
Yeah, I'll have to
yeah.
keep that in mind. I just finally caught up with Andor. Well, not caught up, but I finally finished
Oh,
season 1 of Andor, so I drudged through that. Um,
I thought Andor season one was good.
I liked it. It started off terribly. I'm not gonna pretend that it started off good at all, but I'm happy that I went through it. Now I can get a catch up on season 2 whenever I get some time to myself. So
Yeah, and Andor, Star Wars product owned by Disney. Disney, big in the 1960s, where the AFL
great,
was.
great transition. That is right. So yes, you clicked on this episode. We're going back to the 1960s. All right, back when the music was good. Back when LSD was in its purest form. Another drug reference.
What
Yeah.
is yeah? What's with the? You're not a drug guy, and it's
I'm
so
not. I've
crazy. It's
literally
so crazy.
never taken a hard drug in my life, but I feel it's necessary because it's nostalgic. It's just nostalgic. It's I mean one of the face of the AFL in the '60s was probably doing some hard drugs. Okay, he
Yeah.
definitely liked to party.
Oh,
I
well,
hope you don't mark this show as kid friendly. I really hope you don't.
I
I really, really hope you don't. But I don't know. It's just
I do. I
like
put it right next to Miss Rachel.
every decade kind of has like a drug. You know what I mean? So LSD is the '60s, right? Music, a lot of good stuff. Great music,
Hippie, yeah, the
hippies,
Woodstock,
um, TV shows. Really, some of the better TV shows of all
yeah.
time came out in this era. Um, had some assassinations, like that's a thing. Uh,
That's that's almost as bad as me when I when when I get poetic about the Cold War with your assassinations. Johnny always calls me out on whenever I talk about the Cold War. He's like, "You make it sound so beautiful," and I'm like, it scared the crap out of me as a kid. But
you
you
act like
assassinate
hold on. You act
what?
like you were born in like peak Cold War times.
I was born, dude. We used to get Russian like anti-Russian propaganda in school.
Uh,
Like you remember like the little newsletters that they would give you.
like the little
It'd be like,
pamphlets and stuff.
yeah, it'd be like current events. I just remember as a kid, and my teacher was like, "Look how bad it is in Russia. They're communist. Don't do this."
Oh yeah. Well, you know what?
Yeah,
You were born the year Red Dawn came out, or a year before. So, I
yeah.
understand.
Oh,
I understand. That's fair. That is quite
Russians
intense.
were. We just talked about Drago. Drago was a bad guy when I was a kid.
That's
He was Russian. Ivan Koloff, uh, Nikolai Volkov.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
who else? The Russian bear, Nikita was it Nikita? Yeah, all
Yes,
those
Nikita
guys.
Koloff. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see, those
That's
were
fair.
all bad guys.
Yeah, yeah. That movie. My dad showed me that movie. It kind of scared me, but at the time we were like, "Oh, it's Russia. We're cool."
Oh,
But
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn. Yeah,
Oh
they
yeah,
remade it a couple years ago too, and I'm just like, "What's the why? Why
yeah.
now? Just leave it alone." It's good movie. But yeah. So we're going to the 1960s. That's what I chose.
Yeah.
This is the last decade we have not touched at all. I'm a little scared coming back into it for points and stuff because obviously, defending champ, I just put up it's like 70 points on Andrew, 77 point
Yeah.
not
You.
point
Yeah.
one, something like that.
Wow.
Um, I just took him to the woodshed last time we did this, so I'm excited to see where the 1960s take us. But I'm looking through some
Wow.
stats,
Just
and it's not great.
some
It's not great.
passive. No. I was looking at because I know you're a big Joe Namath fan, and we've already mentioned him.
Oh dear God!
And
I want to kiss you.
and I looked at his passing stats in college.
Yeah.
His senior year, he threw for 756 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 INTs. And this is making you rage so hard right now, huh?
Yeah, my balls hurt just hearing that. Like I'm so angry right now. And he got drafted based on that.
Yeah. Number 1 in the AFL, number 12 in the NFL draft. I love the silence of
I don't know how to respond to that. I just don't. I mean, I get it, different era football. Yeah, but like
he was in the same draft as Dick Butkus and Gal Sayers
so who did he go at number 12 to in the NFL draft?
to the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yee.
He was the second quarterback picked in that draft.
Okay. Who was ahead of him?
Craig Morton,
Craig Morton.
which I believe is the first quarterback to ever start a Super Bowl for 2 different teams.
That's pretty cool.
So
That's pretty cool.
not a Hall of Famer.
Not Hall of Famer. Imagine
Not a
that.
Hall of
Yeah, so like I've always had this fascination with the AFL. I think you and I have because
Oh,
it really pushed the game of professional football into the mainstream. Like we've talked plentiful about this, right? We've all worn football jerseys, all right, with players' names on the back. That's something that the AFL deserves credit for, because players didn't have that in the National Football League prior to the AFL really pushing that.
passing.
Passing was the most important thing. And boy, oh boy, quick glance at some of these numbers, they sure did pass a lot, and a lot of times to the other team. But they try to implement a more fun, high-scoring game. That's what they were trying to really pitch, and I think they did a good job changing it. We get a lot of interesting offenses out of here. Is this the beginning of Eric Coryell?
No, this is
That's a little bit down the road, right?
that's down the road. This is damn Sid. Not what the hell is his name? He was the Chargers coach. He was big in the passing. Sid Gilman.
Sid Gilman, yes.
Sid Gilman was kind of like the father, a little bit of the father modern day passing game where chuck it down the field. And then the ball that they even used too, the J5V, was made more, it was narrower than what you would get from the good old Duke in the NFL.
Okay. So yeah, it's more
it was
aerodynamic. Yeah.
Yeah, it was easier to pass. You could find a version of the J5V on like Amazon, and it feels so nice to throw that ball.
Oh, I bet.
It's
I'd
like
love to buy one because I would love to try it out just to feel it.
it.
I really would.
It's great because I picked one up a couple of years ago, and then my dog got it. But
All right. So without further ado, you know what we do best here. We have to. I should probably bring up some salaries.
yeah,
So the highest paid person in the AFL in the '60s was Joe Namath, who made about $400,000 in his rookie contract, which actually got him a lot of heat in 1965. $400,000 over 3 years, and he really pushed the boundaries of paying, because at that time a lot of AFL players were making about $9,000 to $10,000. And he pissed off a lot of people. He pissed off a lot of people en route to being the highest paid player in not just the AFL, but football history in general.
yeah. Salary request.
Yep.
$200,000 and a new Lincoln Continental.
Good on him.
Ooh.
Good on him.
Hey, we got it.
He sure did.
You
He
got it.
he sure did.
First
Uh,
got it.
let's.
Is that worth though being well, he's a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl MVP.
He did.
First player to ever throw for 4,000 yards.
Yep.
I'm going to say in pro football, because in a way he did it during the AFL season, and now the NFL was like, oh, first player in NFL history. But let's just say in pro football history.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty outstanding numbers. I don't know if
Oh,
I'm going to take
sorry,
him. I don't know if I'm going to take him,
I
but we'll see.
I I forgot about Matt's pure
Pure,
disdain
unadulterated hatred.
for
That is
Joe
for
Namath,
that is for sure. Um. All right. Let's spin the
all-time
wheel.
great Joe Namath.
We're gonna spin the wheel now. We got to see what exactly we are getting. So we're going 1960 to 1969. That is the only span of time for the AFL. So let's make sure this window's up. Very good. And let's see what year we're gonna get.
I'm hoping it's not an early year.
Mm, it's
And
64.
okay, almost to the mid 60s.
Yeah, almost there. Just shy of
Joe Namath's rookie season.
the merger too. I mean, well, a couple
Yeah.
years. All right. So I have
'Cause
champions. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
was it what 60? What was it? 67 or 68 or something around in there? That's when they had the first combined draft, even though they weren't uh merged yet, but they had a combined draft.
That sounds about right. Yeah, because 66 was the first Super Bowl. 66 was the first Super Bowl. So they probably, I think they wanted to start doing it a little bit before the full merger. So that makes sense.
Yeah. I have to use my phone to look at stats. So 1964.
Yes, 1964. I'm getting everything up. I have champion's choice, so I will actually make the first pick. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh dear God. Um, my first selection. I'm so scared. I'm gonna make a bad move here. Uh,
Is there ever a bad move?
yeah. Sometimes I know I have a losing record, so yeah, probably a little bit of a bad move. I'm gonna take from the San Diego Chargers, wide receiver one, Lance Allworth. That is gonna be my number one selection. So in 1964, he had 61 catches for 1,235 receiving yards and 13 receiving touchdowns. He also has 2 rushing touchdowns. So Lance Allworth.
Bambi, everybody. Bambi. Uh, holy cow. Just to. So I get the next two, right?
That's correct. Yep, you get the first snake.
I'm going to go with a Boston Patriots quarterback,
Mm.
Babe Parley.
Perilli?
Parley. What's the difference?
That's a big
Listen here, Dave Krieg. Okay?
difference.
I can mess up too. So good old Babe here threw for 3,465 yards, 31 touchdowns, 27 INTs.
That's hot.
And next, I'm going to go with Charlie Hennigan of the Houston Oilers, who had 101 receptions for 1,546 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. I am on the swing back here. I'm going to take my RB1 with the rushing leader, Cookie Gilchrist,
Oh,
Carlton Chester Gilchrist of the Buffalo Bills. All right. In 1964, 981 rushing yards, 6 rushing touchdowns. He also had 30 catches for 345 yards. So, Cookie Gilchrist.
I had to hear about Cookie Girls Cursed all the time. I'm guessing one of my dad's favorite players because that's all I ever heard about was
uh,
Cookie Gilchrist.
and then I'm going to go RB2.
You taking them all?
Oh, yeah. I'm getting them all.
Oh, you're.
I'm going to take Matt Snell of the New York Jets. 948 rushing yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. He also had 56 catches for 393 yards and 1 receiving touchdown. So, Matt Snell, RB2.
Damn it. Uh, where do I want to go? Let's go from the Oakland Raiders.
Mm,
Wide receiver 2, Art Powell.
Art Powell.
76 receptions, 1,361 yards, and 11 touchdowns.
Very good.
I guess I should get some.
Wow. What a difference between Hennigan and Powell in receptions.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm going to go. Oh, do I want that? I'm going to get crazy, and I'm going to go tight end
Tight end?
with Hewert or Hewert Dixon of the Denver Broncos.
How do you spell that?
It's Hewritt.
Hewitt.
Hewritt.
Hewitt. Yeah. Interesting.
He had 38 receptions for 585 yards and a touchdown. Oh, I should have went with that guy, but okay.
All right. So
Whatever.
Art Powell and Hewitt Dixon. That is
Yep.
what you got
Hewritt
going.
Dixon. Good. Let's just call him H.
H.
H. Dixon.
All right. I'm going to take my second receiver here. I'm going to take Albert Dubenian. What, did I mess that up? Golden
No,
Wheels or
I
Doobie?
don't know who that is.
All right. It's my wide receiver, too. In 1964, 42 catches, 1,139 receiving yards, and 10 receiving touchdowns. Also, he had 20 yards on the ground. So that's cool.
All right, I need some backs.
Hold on, homie.
Uh,
I still got one more pick. Cutter.
Wait a minute.
What?
Go. I just saw something. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Yeah,
'Cause-
don't say it because I'll steal it.
Yeah, yeah, you will. Well, I don't need it, but
All right.
it's
I
very
guess.
interesting stat.
Oh, Jesus. That's not happening.
I love these names.
I'm trying to look up. Where's the interception stat? I'm on the league leaders window. Where is.
Oh, I just click on like where it says yards at the bottom where it says view all, and then you can kind of it'll
I
show you
have all
all
the
the stats.
category. Oh, here we go. Passes intercepted.
There's not a whole lot to work with, Matt.
I'm good God.
Matt, there's
No,
not.
there's I got hope here. All right, I'm gonna go Lenny Dawson. Len Dawson is QB1 of the Kansas City Chiefs. He actually has more tutties than interceptions, so that's a plus.
Like that.
1964, he had 2,879 passing yards. Not great. But 30 passing touchdowns and 18 interceptions. I actually want to see if I'm not sure if he's much of a runner, but little bit before my time. But in 1964, he had 89 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So, boom, Len Dawson.
And then you know he's gonna get a cig and something else. Cig and a beer at halftime. I'm gonna go with another Houston Oiler because I think this one's gonna. This is my type of guy right here. I'm gonna go with uh, RB1 for RB1. Sid Blanks ran for 756 yards, 6 touchdowns. Ooh, I hope I get this game where he had a 91 yard touchdown run.
91 yards.
But he also had 56 receptions for 497 yards and a touchdown.
That is a nice day. That is
So
a nice day.
I I, I like his Mr. Sid Blanks. You are on my team. Houston Oilers #1.
Very good.
Uh, just want to check one guy here, and then yeah, from the Oakland Raiders. This is a halfback defensive back. Oh, when football players were football players. Uh, Clem Daniels in 1964 ran for 824 yards and 2 touchdowns. Also had 42 receptions for 696 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Ooh, that's a good number. Clem Daniels, huh?
Clem from the Oakland Raiders started his career with the Dallas Texans.
Very good. Let's see. All right. That's your two, right? Sid
That's
Blanks
my
and
two.
Clem Daniels. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna take my flex now, and it's gonna be also from the New York Jets, Bake Turner, who in 1964 had 58 catches, 974 receiving yards, and 9 receiving touchdowns.
Did you say Bake or Blake?
Bake.
Oh, I see him.
Bake Turner. That is my flex, and
That is so awesome.
it's a cool name, right?
I like it.
All right. I should probably look into.
I know I jumped the gun, I believe, on mine. So
You sure did. Who did you take?
uh,
Oh, I have it right in front of me.
yeah,
Hewitt Dixon.
here at Dixon.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Oh,
Fred Arbanis from Kansas City. 34 catches, 686 receiving yards, and 8 receiving touchdowns in 1964.
uh,
All right, you're up, pal.
where do I want to go? That's my question. Let me check this guy. I want a receiver.
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know I'm gonna go. From the Kansas City Chiefs, Flanker for my flex.
Okay.
Uh, Frank Jackson, wide receiver.
Frank.
62 receptions, 943 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
Very good.
I feel like I should have been writing down what teams they were. too. One more. Uh, George Blanda did throw for a lot of yards.
Yeah, he's a lot of touch. I mean, no, yeah. Take him.
Yeah, I know. I seen it. I seen it. Oh, jeez. We kind of like got the two.
Yeah, it's really falling off a cliff after that.
I was looking at this guy, but I think I'm gonna take him for my backup running back. I don't think you took him. Yeah, Abner Haynes,
Nope, that's all you.
running. That's all you running back, Kansas City Chiefs. Yep, RB1 or RB3. Sorry, RB3. Ran for 697 yards, 4 touchdowns, 38 receptions for 562 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Very good. How many teams are in the league at this point? Like, I'm very curious. If you don't
I
mind,
think
is it eight? Is it
it's,
nine
I think it's maybe 8.
at this point? Interesting.
I'll look up the season while you're picking.
Making my picks. Okay. I'm gonna take my RB3. I'm gonna take Keith Lincoln from the San Diego Chargers.
Oh, you better say it right.
Say what, right?
You better Chris Berman that.
The Chargers.
The San Diego Superchargers.
Oh, yeah. I guess they are Superchargers at this time.
Yeah, they're good.
This is when they won stuff. 1964, 632 rushing yards, 4 rushing touchdowns. Also had 34 catches for 302 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. So that is my RB3. And I got 3 other picks I could possibly make. Let's go receiver. Wide receiver 3, Frank Jackson for the Kansas City Chiefs.
That's me.
You got him?
He's my flex.
Oh, shoot. My fault. I wasn't even looking. My microphone was in the way. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy.
Oh, you lost your pick. It goes to me. Okay.
Let's see here.
I had to look. The sad thing is, I had to look down too.
Let's see.
Yeah, there's 8 teams. The Bills beat the Chargers in the AFL Championship game.
Okay. Very good.
Bills were the best team in the league at 12-2.
Wow. That's pretty cool. All right. Wide receiver 3. I definitely know he hasn't been taken yet. Don Maynard.
Yep, that's yours.
Don Maynard, who in 1964, 46 catches, 847 receiving yards, and 8 receiving touchdowns. See, did he rush it all? I don't believe so. He had 3 rushing yards, so hopefully I get a game with that if he's needed. All right, you need QB2, wide receiver 3, or tight end 2.
I'll go wide receiver 3. Going with Glenn Bass of the Buffalo Bills. Who had 43 receptions for 897 yards and 7 touchdowns. Did you see that Albert guy that you drafted?
Dubenian?
Averaged 27.1 yards a catch.
That's pretty damn good.
It, that is.
That's remarkable. In that day and age, that's pretty good.
These guys, there's like so many that are averaging like 20 yards a catch. Jeez. Here's a So the Raiders this year were. This is gonna anger you, I think. We're 5, 7, and 2.
The Raiders were?
Yeah,
How does it anger me?
I don't know. I thought maybe you wouldn't like ties or something. I figured.
Oh, that's kind of a lot. No, I don't get triggered over that necessarily.
Okay. I just know. Oh, it's the interception to touchdown ratios that Matt
That's
can't.
what that's what yeah,
That
I can't look
yeah.
past. Cannot do it.
There could be some crimes happening around Matt, and he could be looking at stats, and they'd be like, "But you need to help them." Yeah, but do you see this touchdown to interception ratio? This is uncalled for. I could see you in like doing the town hall meeting. How is Joe Namath in the in the Hall of Fame
I
with this,
firmly
sir?
believe that.
Sir, this is a town hall meeting, not.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It'd be every day in the falls. I get one more, right? Yeah.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Since there's garbage at quarterback, I need to find, as the ladies would say, I need to find me a tight end. You took that guy. I can't even say this name, but he plays for the San Diego Superchargers. Dave Kokricher? I can't even
Just
say his
save
name.
yourself the trouble and spell the damn
Yeah,
thing out.
I'm gonna end up like Finding Nemo. I live in a All right, kid, don't hurt yourself. But Dave here had 33 receptions for 593 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Very good. We could be there
I'm
for you.
picking all the names I can't say. That's gonna be my thing.
All right. So I got two more choices I can make here. Hopefully, I don't need to call upon any of these players. That would be incredible, especially the one position I'm looking up now. Uh, Tight end two. Oh God, these names are horrible.
I They're from the old country, Matt.
That's true. Uh,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys are like first generation Americans
I'm
almost.
sure they are. Willard Duvial from the Houston Oilers. You like that? 38 catches, 552 receiving yards, and 4 receiving touchdowns. And I have to try and spell this out of my paper.
I think that's the first guy to jump to the AFL.
Oh, yeah?
If I'm not 100 mistaken for when we did 2 point and I would do the today in pro football history. There are some names.
Wow, I like how the league MVP was Gino Cappelletti, who was a kicker.
No, he was a running back.
He's literally
Oh, he's a
listed.
flanker,
Is that
wide
what it is?
receiver.
Yeah, he's like a
Yeah,
bunch of different positions.
yeah. You got to remember this is like when half these guys pulled double duty.
All right, my final selection, quarterback two from the Oakland Raiders,
Damn
Cotton
it.
Davidson, who in 1964 had 2,497 passing yards, 21 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. I will take it. It is acceptable to me. And he apparently doesn't rush. Wait. He has 167 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. So that's cool. Cotton Davidson. Come on down.
Too bad it wasn't Cotton Hill. Killed himself 50 Nazis. They took my shins. Uh, to round out mine, I'm gonna take the next best quarterback with the probably where he actually has more touchdowns than ints. I'm gonna go with John Hadel of the San Diego Superchargers.
Very good.
Uh, Hadel threw for 2,157 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 15 INTs. Can I just say how crazy it is that Daryl Monica was tied for the league in rushing touchdowns? That was the stat that I was like, oh my goodness. And it looks like they just threw him into a couple of games too. Because he only started one game, but it looks like he played in all 14. All right.
Sorry, I'm looking at the scheduling because I want to make sure the numbers are right. I think there's 15 weeks, right?
I thought the
Well, there's 14 games played,
games.
but they have 15 weeks. So
Yeah.
one,
So
two, three,
there's a
four, five,
bye.
six,
Wow,
seven,
they're
8, 9, 10.
pioneering.
Yeah, week 11. I'm looking at the Bills really quick, and there appears to be a bye. So, all
Oh,
right,
geez.
all right. So let's head on over to the wheel. The wheel of our wheel of fortune. And I got every single week listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Just want to make sure. And let's see which week we're going to be picking from.
Spin the wheel, make a deal.
I just hope week 11 is not like a universal across the board buy.
Let me see. I just clicked on it.
Well, we're good if that's the case because we got week 8.
Yeah, there's teams that played.
Okay.
Not all the teams.
All right. Well,
Yeah, everybody played this week.
everybody played this week. Fantastic.
Because there's 4 games, only 8 teams in the week for week 8.
Okay, that's not too bad. But all right, week 8, 1964. We're gonna be right back in the video and watch time. We got to tally up some scores, and we'll be right back with you. All right, the scores have been tallied. 1964 week 8 is in the books. I'm feeling pretty good, pretty confident for this week. Andrew, how you feeling, bud?
Not so great, but then all of a sudden I see that Wahoo McDaniel in one of these games had a 38-yard interception return.
That's pretty
And
cool.
knowing who Wahoo McDaniel is, being a wrestling fan, that put a smile on my face. But uh, it is what it is.
It is what it is. That's the
It
spirit.
is what it is.
That's the spirit.
It's not life, it's not death, but you want to win. You want to go in for the win, but hey.
Well, hey,
There's
we
some
haven't
things.
read the scores yet, so we really have no idea. Anybody could pull this thing out, you just don't know. You just don't know. But let's do what we do best. Let's start off with our quarterbacks. All right. So your QB1 and QB2 scores, please and thank you.
All right. So QB1 was Babe Parley. I probably mispronounced it again, and Matt's angry at me.
Really? Not angry. Not angry. Never angry.
Okay. So he threw for 304 yards, had 2 touchdowns, threw 5 INTs, and was sacked 1 time. He gave me 21 points, and John Hadel ended up coming up with 17 points.
17. All right. So my quarterback one apparently channeled his inner Drew Brees this week, and it wasn't. I was actually blown away that I got the score that I did. Like really, really blown away by how big this score was. It's huge. It's massive.
Okay. I'm gonna do a Western New York reference. Okay, Billy Facillo. Let's stop saying.
I forgot about him. Len Dawson in week 8 of 1964, 435 passing yards for 29 points, 6 passing touchdowns for 36 points, 3 INTs for -6, and he had 5 sacks, took 5 sacks for -5, and he had 13 rushing yards for 1.3 points, 55.3 for Len Dawson. Yeah, a good week. Cotton Davidson, Not so much. 16.7 points. He threw 6 interceptions.
Very high interceptions.
Yeah. So he got like probably a third of his. Actually, it was probably just about a third of his season interceptions in the game that he played. So
We'll get it all done at once is what you got to do.
Tom Flores ended up coming in, or vice versa. He was replacing Tom Flores, but
Ooh.
yeah, good
All
times.
right.
Your running backs.
My running backs. Good old Sid Blanks, RB1, setting the world on fire. 8 carries, 3 yards, 2 receptions, 17 yards, 9 points.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's tough.
Let's see what Clem did. Good old Clem Daniels of the Oakland Raiders. He had 9 carries, 55 yards for 4 receptions, and 4 receptions for 96 yards, giving me a total of 19.1 points.
19.1?
Yep. And this is where I messed up. RB3, Abner Hayes, 36.7.
Oh. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, all right, my running backs.
Yep.
I'm sorry, pal.
No, you're fine.
Uh,
You're fine. After the Len Dawson thing, I think I'm good.
You've accepted it.
You just take it after a
Well,
while.
here, you can accept the body of Cookie Gilchrist.
Oh,
139 rushing yards for 13.9 points. 1 rushing touchdown for 6 points. 2 catches for 2. 13 receiving yards for 1.3. 23.2 points for Cookie Gilchrist. My running back, 2, not so great, though. So, you're still in this. 46 rushing yards for 4.6 points. 2 receptions for 2. And 7 whole receiving yards for 0.7 points. 7.3 for Matt Snell.
ooh.
Keith Lincoln on the bench, though, he had a day, 21.1 points.
Jeez. Those bench running backs are killing us.
Sure are. All right, pal. On your wide receivers.
My wide receiver 1, Charlie Hennigan. 12 catches for 160 yards, 28 points.
Wow. That's a good day.
I just forgot where Art Paul played. Oh, he was a Raider. Okay. When we do this next time, I gotta write these down. So Art Powell of the Oakland Raiders. 6 catches, 89 yards, and a touchdown, giving me 20.9 points.
That's a good week.
And good old Glenn Bass did not play.
Okay. DNP. All right. Lance Allworth had a pretty damn good day. 8 catches for 8 points, 203 receiving yards for 20.3, and 2 receiving touchdowns for 12. 40.3 points for Lance Allworth. Wide receiver 2, Albert Dubenian, or Doobie, 1 catch, 15 yards, 2.5 points. Don Maynard, though, on my bench, 24.3.
Did you just refer to him as Doobie?
That was one of his nicknames.
See, I forgot about that in the good old.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice if I had Don Maynard.
So he played for.
Dubenian was the Bills. Maynard was the Jets. Well, you know that.
I'm looking at mine. I got to figure out where good old Hewert.
Hewritt.
He was a Denver Bronco. This one actually was one that I wasn't too sure about, but panned out pretty good for me. 5 catches, 121 yards, and a touchdown, giving me 23.1 points.
Very good.
And good old Dave Krawchuk only did 10.1.
Okay. Well, you made the right call there at tight end. All right, my tight end 1, Fred Arbanas. 5 catches for 5 points, 84 receiving yards for 8.4, And he had a receiving touchdown, giving me a total of 19.4 points. Willard Duvial had 17.3. So good showing for tight ends here. You
Yeah.
can definitely tell the AFL tight ends were a little bit more actively used, kind of a reference to showing
NFL.
off more what the current product is to this day. Because the NFL ones were mostly blocking, and every now and then you get a
Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka, who was a
And then
standout.
later on, Mackey.
Oh, John Mackey? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
John Mackey?
Yeah. Uh, my flex was Frank Jackson.
I was like, wait, I wanted Frank Jackson. You said I couldn't have him.
Frank Jackson of the Kansas City Chiefs. He had 5 receptions for 75 yards and a touchdown, giving me 18.5 points.
Very good. All
Not a
right.
bad.
My flex, Bake Turner. He was baking him up. 11
Oh,
catches for 11 points.
I was
143 receiving yards for 14.3 points and 2 receiving touchdowns, 37.3 points.
damn it. I was hoping he was gonna get baked.
No. He was baking them defenses.
Yeah.
What's your total?
I'll just read mine. 139.6.
139.6. All right. Mine is 185.3.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Highest?
No, it's actually the second highest from what I got last time we played this game. 190.8 was my record.
Turn the page on this one.
Yeah, but you know what's interesting though? We are both 500 now.
That's good. So we got the tiebreaker next week.
Next week's the rubber match. Let's see. When's the last time we did a special week?
I think it is this time for a special week.
Actually, 1, 2. No, it's only the 3. So we got one more. Maybe whoever breaks the tiebreaker gets to pick the special week.
Am I gonna be off the week of the tiebreaker week?
Oh, well, I mean, we can resume it afterwards. It's no big
Okay.
deal. It's not like I'm gonna play this game by myself and be like, "Hey, I won by forfeit." You know, I'm not gonna do
I wouldn't put it past you, but no.
that. Wow, wow, yeah. It's all right, sweet. I'm the champion. Let's do this
All right.
next week. Let us do 1960s NFL. Let's stay in the decade. Because that way I feel like we've covered all bases. Like I really feel like we've covered all bases. So so let's do 1960s NFL, which is exciting.
So just draft all running backs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just don't get any wide receivers.
And the winner next week, even though I've gotten all my wins this month, I've won. What have I won? 3 weeks?
You've won 2.
I won the Bills drought.
Oh, that is 3 then.
Wait, no. Yeah, this is my 3rd win. I won the Bills drought. You won 87, and I won 2009 and this one. So it's 3-1.
You know what that's called, right?
What?
A winning streak.
Sort of. I mean, I won the last 2. Yeah, it's starting heating up. I'm heating up.
Yeah. Jeez.
That's for sure. But all right, there it is, everybody. So next week, 1960s, we're going to the National Football League this time. Andrew, it has been it's always fun to connect with you. I look forward to these. And so yeah, next week we're gonna have one, and the week after that we're gonna take off because Andrew is going on vacation, and then we will resume with a special episode after that. Let's plug some stuff and things here. First and foremost, Eat Sleep List every Monday and Friday on YouTube. Please subscribe, like and subscribe. We're very close at this point in time to 100 subscribers, so please help me get over the hump.
Do you leave your YouTube channel link in the description?
I have not before, but I probably should.
What are we? Because you can mention other YouTube channels. I notice when you upload.
Yeah,
So
I usually when I usually mention the emerge one when I upload stuff. So I should probably start doing that going forward. But yeah, so please do that. It would be wonderful if you could help me get over the 100 subscriber mark. I do make interactive content too pretty regularly. Some days a little bit busier than others. So if you want to participate or give a look, it's all about making lists. So please support that.
yep. Check out the Nostalgia Funhouse YouTube channel. Matt's been doing a wonderful, great job with the shorts. I've been trying to keep up, just like I've been trying to keep up with them in fantasy football here. There's Let's Plays on there and some other stuff as well. And check out the Nostalgia Funhouse podcast and wherever you get your podcasts. So, with that being said, what may not be nostalgia for you may be nostalgia for some.